What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pickler, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to bling out your power pole to make it look a little different from everybody else's. So as you guys probably know with the power poles, this spike right here is made of like fiberglass, and it can get really scratched up through time and usage. And you know, it would hurt really bad if you scraped your arm against it, your hand or something like that, and get some shards in you. It'd be really hard to get that out. So you know, power pole, they sell a heat shrink sleeve that you put on here. You feed it from the bottom, and you just basically use a heat gun or a blowtorch or a hair dryer, and it'll shrink it on to protect your spike or your hand or your body parts from the spike, is how I like to say it. But you know, I'm not really trying to spend $20 on that. It doesn't even look very good. It's just black, and it says a bunch of power pole stuff on there. And you know, me, I'm all about less advertisement on my stuff. You know, so what I've done is, and let me show you right here on my other power pole, is I went and put a blue carbon fiber wrap on mine. You see right here? Look how awesome that looks. See? Now the dimensions are 30 inches in height, and the width around is a 2 3/4 inch. Is what it takes to really cover it well. See, because I'm actually over the side of where it lines up. You could go about 2.5 inches, and it'll be probably just a little bit over. But I wanted to give it a little extra bite and a lot extra grab. So to get it on there, so it sits on there just right. So I didn't go all the way to the bottom. I left, I forget how long the spike is. I think it's like 38 inches. So I left like 6 to 8 inches in the bottom, because this part of the spike will be embedded in the bottom of the lake more. You know, if you go up on some rocks or something, obviously it'll scrape up even higher. But just to give it, I would say I'm not going to be putting this into rocks much. I'll be probably putting it into softer bottom or a hard, flatter bottom. So I didn't think I had to go any higher. So this is basically the height that the heat shrink comes in anyway. It comes in about this length and leaves about that much of the spike exposed. So if you want to do something like this, I'll show you how to do it. It's really easy, simple to do. I bought this stuff on Amazon, and this is a 5 foot by 1 foot piece of vinyl. This is a blue carbon fiber, and it's breathable, so it's really easy to put on. If you get any air bubbles in there, it's easy to rub it out. And it's this stuff's made by 3M. So it's a really high grade quality. You don't have to worry about it peeling. Especially, I heated mine on with a hair dryer. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And let's see how the other one turns out. Alright, so for starters, what you have to do is you have to clean your power pole spike. So what I did was, I got some rubbing alcohol, and I put it on a cloth, and I wiped it down real good. Got any of the lake residue and any of the dirt, dust off of it, because you don't want any of that crap to get on your vinyl, because it won't stick properly. So I cut out a piece of vinyl right here, and what I do first to get it, the power pole is not straight like this, it's angled slightly. So when you put this on, you want to make sure you're putting it on as straight as possible on here like this, not like up and down, but you want to go as straight with the power pole as possible, because when you wrap it, you're not going to wrap it from the from the outside all the way around. You're going to wrap it from the inside out and around. So I'll show you guys how I do that. See, this is my little tape that I use to cut. I cut out a piece of tape to measure where I wanted it, to cut the width of the vinyl. Make sure your hands are really clean. I actually washed my hands, and then I took rubbing alcohol on my hands and cleaned it that way. Sometimes it takes a few tries, but you want to make sure you get it on there as straight as possible. I'm telling you right now, or you're going to have a hard time putting this on. So there you go. That's the start of it. I basically in the middle of the wrap right there. It could be off slightly. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get it. Try to get it as good as possible. And then if you look all the way up to the top, it's in the middle right there as well. So basically, I'm just using a blow dryer because I don't have a heat gun. I will be buying a heat gun in the future because I do wrap a lot of things. I used to wrap my vehicles in the past, so I have experience with this obviously. What I like to do is I start off with the power pulse all the way retracted, and I turn the heat on and I warm it up. Just get a nice warm, heat your vinyl up because it'll stick on there better, and it'll be easier to work with. So I just go up and down it real quick, like that. I'll turn it off and then I'll just start rubbing it in. So I dropped the power pole down and I'm gonna start working. You want to work on one side first and then the other side second. So what I'll do is I'll work on this side first, and I like to use heat as I'm putting it on because it gives it a better, the adhesive on the vinyl sticks better and it gets on there cleaner. So I work from the top here, curving it around. Let me show you guys right here what I'm doing. See right here? I'm curving it around the spike. Slowly but surely. I'm working my way from the top to the bottom. And the nice thing about this vinyl, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't trap air. It's breathable. So if you get any, if you do get any air trapped in there, you can really just kind of scrape it out with your finger. And there you have it. You want to just heat it up after you put them on. Want to heat them up really good with your heat gun, just to get that to loosen the adhesive, make it nice and sticky. So when it gets set, when it's all done, and don't put. I wouldn't suggest putting your boat in the same day you put it on. Let it set, overnight, and if your garage is nice and warm, and there you go. See, look at the boat from the back. It looks sick. That thing is it looks so blinged out with that. And these are my hoses that go into the boat right there. I didn't put holes in the boat because I didn't want to put holes in them, because I'm not going to keep these power poles on this boat forever. I'm going to be buying a new boat. Who knows when. I tried to buy one a month ago, but the trailer was too wide to get in my garage, so I'm stuck with this boat for now. So I'm going to take these power poles off in the future, hopefully sooner than later. But I put those are just rod protectors. I got them at Sportsman Warehouse. You know, when you're traveling in your car, you want to put your rods in some sleeves. That's all that is. And the see there, black and blue, kind of matches the setup on the boat, because my boat is mainly white, but the accents are blue and black. So there you have it. If you want to give your power poles a little different personality and spend minimal money, because it only took 10 minutes really to put both on, and the wrap stuff, the vinyl only cost me $10 on Prime. I got it in 2 days, so looks pretty sweet, and it's cheaper than, and I still have enough wrap to redo them if I have to. So if you like the video, you know, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, other friends that have power poles and are looking to do something different with their power poles, and comment if you think it's a pretty good mod, and if you're going to do it yourself, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for videos in the future. Until next video, make sure you always hook 'em hard.